a month ago, polls showing voters choosing them over the GOP. But today, the numbers doing a 180, completely reversed. Republicans in lead. Former Republican House Majority Leader Tom DeLay says broken health care promises will do that. But, you know, you and I often talk about this, Congressman. The fact of the matter is these things are fickle. Numbers go back and forth. Republicans have been known to grab defeat from the jaws of otherwise easy victory. So could Republicans get too cocky now? What do they got to do to avoid that?
Well, you're absolutely right. You can't get cocky, and you got to be smart, and you've got to plan. I hope that the Republicans will put together an agenda for next year. But Obamacare is not flaky. I mean, this is going to go on all year long. And what people are establishing as a complete mistrust of the president is huge. And those numbers of Republicans are now leading Democrats on the generic battle on the generic ballot is huge. I mean, when we took the majority for the first time in 60 years, we were still 3 points behind in the generic ballot in 1994. So
is
those numbers
really?
are extreme.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So all right.
Yeah,
But if you seize on this, what do you do? I mean, how do you make sure, if you're a Republican, you keep that momentum going? Do you offer an alternative plan? Do you offer a stripped-down government plan? What?
No, you hang that Obamacare around Obama's neck, and you hang it around every Democrat that voted for it, and you don't let them up. The worst thing the Republicans could do is help them fix it. It doesn't need to be fixed. It needs to be repealed. And I think the second worst thing is to replace it. What people want to see is that Republicans understand the Constitution, the role of government, and the federal government has no business being in health care insurance business.
Do you think no pun on the health care analogy, you can't be just a little bit pregnant on this issue, that if you're a Chris Christie, even a Scott Walker, Wisconsin, and you do accept some federal Medicaid funding, or John Kasich in Ohio comes to mind, that even though you are rejecting Obamacare per se, you are having a little bit of your cake and eating it too, and that is something that Republicans have to be leery of, or not?
No, actually, the bigger picture is this is the left and what their worldview is. And the American people are getting it up front and personal. The president tried to lie about it. The Democrats lied about it when they passed the bill. And the homepage of healthcare.gov is a lie. It says, welcome to the marketplace. It's not a marketplace. It's a government-run healthcare insurance program. That's what the American people are really seeing, that they're being lied to. And the second part is the left is not hiding behind their worldview. You're seeing it up front and personal. And what the Republicans have to do is give them a complete alternative, an alternative worldview.
But that alternative worldview has some
constitutional government.
I understand, but that alternative view has some grays in it for these governors who accept the Medicaid funding, the federal funding, so they can have some control of it, some money. But it is still coming courtesy Washington. Do they sully that point with this Medicaid expansion or not?
Well, I think some of these governors do. I think they're not going to run for president, or if they do, they're not going to get the nomination. Not in 2016.
So you say that about Chris Christie?
Yes,
won't? Really?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, he's way too moderate for the Republican Party as it stands now, and I think the Republican Party is going to be more of a constitutional party in 2016, and he doesn't fit the bill.
So when he says that kind of thinking will never chalk up a W, when he could chalk up a W and reach out to groups that typically don't vote Republican, Tom DeLay says what?
Well, his kind of thinking got us John McCain and Mitt Romney, and how did that work for us?
Tom DeLay, thank you very, very much.
All right, thank you.